What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here with another playoff preview. Getting on a roll with these now. Now we have Vegas and Winnipeg as we move to the Pacific side of the western side of the bracket. Vegas number one in the going up against wildcard 2 Winnipeg. Vegas 51-22-9 for 111 points. Winnipeg 46-33-3 for 95 points. So 16-point differential there. Vegas is first in the Pacific, first in the West, fifth in the league. So as you can see, first in the West is fifth in the league. Winnipeg, fourth in the Central, eighth in the West, 14th in the league. So they seem a lot closer than they actually, I think, are to Vegas. First, 5th to 14th to me doesn't seem that big of a gap as it should be for some reason. Goals for Vegas, they score a lot more than Winnipeg, 272. Goals against, 229. Goal differential, plus 43. For Winnipeg, goals for, 247. Goals against, 225. Goal differential, plus 22. Factors, I only could really come up with one. When I was looking at these teams, I'm thinking these teams are kind of similar to each other. Both got new coaches. Both have potent offenses when they want to be. Both have Winnipeg's gotten a lot better defensively over the recent years, but one factor I thought I put down for Winnipeg was goaltending. Connor Hellebuyck, no matter who Vegas puts in net, is going to be the better goaltender. Whether it's Brazois, whether it's Quick, whether it's Thompson, who's hurt, whether it's whatchamacallit, who's the other guy? Hill, that's the other one who's also hurt. So, that was the only factor I thought, because kind of looking at these teams, they're very similar, built to each other. In terms of meetings, Vegas sweeps the season series. On October 20th in Vegas, October 20th, 2022 in Vegas, Vegas wins 5-2. And then on October 30th, so 10 days later, 2022, in Vegas, Vegas wins 2-1 in overtime. And then in Winnipeg for December 13th, 2022, Vegas wins 6-5. So we've seen a mixture here. We see a low-scoring game, a high-scoring game, and one game that one team dominated. I think I'll give Winnipeg credit for the fact that I think they have a chance in this series. That's the thing. Winnipeg, I don't think should be here. Winnipeg, by the end of the season, looked awful. Winnipeg right now, coming into the playoffs, has looked awful. Shifley, Wheeler, Ehlers, Connor, Morrissey's looked good. Of course, Hellebuyck, kind of old guard. Morrissey's kind of more new guardish, but the team just looks, I'm not sure why, but they look lost. They look like they don't have an identity. And Shifley's not having a point-a-game season, and Connor didn't have 50 goals this year. But they're still here in the playoffs. They missed the playoffs last year, but made it this year somehow, even though they kind of decreased their points. But that may be because Rick Bowness came in and was what Winnipeg needed at the start, and they got off to such a hot start that they were in competition for the Central Division at the start of the season. Vegas, on the other hand, they're back in the playoffs as just like Winnipeg. New coach in Bruce Cassidy, and they still have members of their old from when they were in the finals from 2018. You have guys like Jonathan Marchessault, my boy, Riley Smith, William Karlsson, Braden McNabb, Shea Theodore. All those guys are part of that original team. They have the experience. Both these teams have experience. They met each other in that 2018 Western Conference Final where Vegas won that series in 5. I kind of forgot to mention previous series in other videos, so I'll just put it in now. Seattle's first time in the playoffs. Colorado has never played Seattle, obviously. And then Dallas and Minnesota last played each other in 2016, where Dallas won in 6. So just put that in there. Disregard that if you're not interested. But so who do I think is going to win the series? I think people are kind of knocking off both teams. I feel like Vegas, having won the West, has no one's talking about them. They're talking about Edmonton and Colorado and Dallas and Minnesota, even Seattle and LA. No one's talking about Vegas or Winnipeg. These two teams have been just completely left off the board. And I think it's interesting because Vegas won the West firstly, but secondly because I don't know I think it's going to be a lot closer series than people give it credit for. I've seen people saying Vegas in 5. I'm going to say Vegas. Will it be in 5? We'll go over that in my bracket. But I think Vegas takes the series, although it's closer than I think people are saying it's going to be. These two teams are similarly built, and yeah, that's just what I think about that. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Got one more Western Conference Western Conference preview, and then we'll move on to the East. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.